Hello. Hi. I'm XOXO. And I'm so happy to be here today talking to all the guys. Yes. And I do want to focus on colors and not to be afraid of colors. And I also am going to present a chocolate bar, which I'm going to give you a little peek. Yes, I made a chocolate bar for you today. And, oh, wow, wait, this is going to be a very exciting day because I'm going to do something out of the ordinary. Usually I talk about quilts and different quilt blocks, but today I would like to focus on men. Do not be afraid to use colors. I have one of my Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric boxes here today, especially for you guys. And I found that when I was putting it together, that I had like so many tones of brown and brown and brown. And that's the reason why I said, you know, I want to hone in on the array of colors that are available to guys and women, men and ladies to use in making a quilt. Now, do keep in mind that a lot of us utilize traditional blocks and traditional piecing, traditional quilting. But hey, you know, this is 2025 and a lot of young people are embarking on this beautiful art of expression, and they're doing more contemporary piecing and quilting in their art masterpieces. And I want to talk about that today and the contemporary candy bar I made for you. Okay, so what I'm thinking right now is that I mentioned to you about my Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric boxes, which when you come to visit me, I always talk about that. And I always talk about 108 by 108 being your source for quilt backing and for my 5 to 10 minute chocolate bars. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way so that if you're new here, you understand that I am the chocolate lady, XOXO. And I always like to say that I'm the chocolate lady dripping with thoughts, making crazy quilts with whatever scraps that I got. And I will teach you how to make a 5 to 10 minute chocolate bar. Okay, so that is what you call a spill, a commercial spill to get you to come back all the time. But I hope you just come back so you can have a good time with me and find out about quilting, history of quilting. Today we're going to focus on colors and all like that. And this is a place to just relax. And if you kind of have the label, and you know if you do, okay, you know if you wear that badge, the police badge, the quilting police badge, just stick it underneath your fabric and have a good time with me. Okay, so okay, I do want to highlight one more thing. In a previous episode, guys, I said, what type of guy are you? And to leave me a comment. And I'm going to ask you again the same question because I love playing games. Okay, are you more like this? More like in the brown tones? Or are you more wild and crazy like this. Can you see all that iridescence? This is what I'm trying to get you to unleash in yourself. Yes, yes. But keep in mind that something like this has an awful lot of beauty to it. Okay? There's yellows and browns and reds and beige, and if you look really closely, there's almost a black in there. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to just make you just a wild and crazy person. I'm just saying that when you're making a quilt, allow some color to come into your quilt. Other than just, okay, I have this box here, my Ugly Beauties chocolate fabric box, and look at the colorway, okay? And it's okay, but I still think it needs a pop. And this here, it's a pop of color, but it's just one second. I want to show you some of these, okay? And I'm going to tell you which ones are the uglies right now, and you can tell me if you think they are the uglies or not, or if you think they're all beautiful. Okay, this one here, and this one, and this one. Those are the ugly beauties in the box. Okay, I'm going to take them out one at a time, but I'm going to show you that when you put them all together, it will be a stunning quilt for a guy or a girl, but you could always add some more colors to it, okay? But if you're more conservative, that's fine. This will be perfect for you, but I just know myself. I know the artist in me that I would probably want to add more colors. Okay, so now don't be too quick to run off, because don't forget, I still got to talk about that candy bar. Okay, so this one here, look at it. It has a little sparkly. And if you have been following me, you know that I'm always trying to put some sparkly in my quilts, okay? And then this is nice as well. I like that one. Okay, now here comes the one I say is Ugly Beauty. Let me show it to you. But I think you're going to like it. Can you see that? And wait a second. I'm gonna let you see a little bit closer, because it has some really iridescent golden diamonds on it. Kind of cute, huh? But at the same time, when it was all alone, it was an ugly beauty. But now I think it qualifies to be a beauty. Okay? So, and then we have this one. I hope you like these. I really do. I do. Okay, I always like all my stuff. I don't know why, but I like all my fabric, but I know that some of it is ugly. But I think it's all beautiful. Okay, and then here's another one. Now remember, guys, I'm trying to get you to expand your color horizon. You said, XOXO, ain't nobody expanding their color horizon with that box that you put together today. But just wait. Wait for 2 minutes. And when you see the video I have coming up, you're going to say, oh yeah, I am going to expand my color horizon. Okay, this one here is one I said was ugly, ugly. Beauty, beauty, ugly, ugly. Okay? Can you see it? I'm going to open it a little bit more for you. Okay. It's one of those fabrics that's kind of cute, you know? Let me show it to you. Do you see your car on there, or your parents' car on there, or your grandparents' car on there? Or the classic car that you have in your garage? Okay, so, and I have one more. Yes, I do. And this one. Okay, so, in essence, in this ugly beauty chocolate fabric box, it's just a coincidence that it's brown. Okay, we have these, and I'm going to bring them a little bit closer for you. Yes. Okay. And I had mentioned earlier that you could add something like this to it. Okay. For a little bit of personality to your quilt. Okay. Because it has in it, let me show you again. Look closely. You see that kind of like turquoise, aquamarine green? It pulls from here. Okay? Now, let me just put these back perfect. You say, XOXO, ain't nothing about you perfect. You so messy, young lady. I know. But I can pretend to be perfect. I hope you like these. Okay, so now what I want to highlight is that don't be afraid to add colors. And I know that when I was just starting to quilt, I have two things to tell you. And when you come visit with me, please don't be in a rush, okay? Because I'm usually like, I have a lot of things I want to share with you. Okay, back to the two things. When I started quilting, I found out that the Amish people, they always use some black in their quilts. Okay? And that is to give the quilt, okay, I'm telling the big gigantic lie. I don't know why the Amish people put black in their quilts. I'm not sure if it's for a very sacred reason, but I believe someone told me that it's so that the quilt will pop. Okay, so a lot of my quilts I use black. Okay, and I have a little photograph here I want to show you, and it's coming out of my book. I got to do something about that reflection. But anyway, the title of the book is not important. It's what I'm going to show you inside. Okay, so look here. Look here. You see that? Not the page holder. This. Do you see how that black really makes the quilt pop? Okay, so now I just want you to think about that when you are putting your quilts together. Don't be afraid to slide some black in there to make your quilt have a little bit more personality. And if you want to like lean towards like contemporary, look here at this. Now I'm kind of stretching it, but I always stretch it. Look at this. You see that blue? So say that you decided to make this quilt, something similar. Okay. With your creativity, you could take that particular block, this particular quilt. Let me open it again so I can talk while I'm showing it to you. Okay. And we're like on the bottom here where you see all this extra blue, you could block that out and there's this thing called negative space, positive space. You could add a lot of white in the lower half or in the upper half, and then your quilt would have more of a contemporary look to it if you wanted to kind of stray away from traditional quilting. Okay, now this is strain. Oh my goodness gracious. Do you ever say that? Oh my goodness gracious. Honey child, my goodness gracious, when things are kind of like going awry. And then like my chocolates are kind of straying away from traditional. Look at this chocolate candy bar I made. Okay, so let me tell you about this chocolate candy bar. I had some, I've been falling in love with these chocolate cookies. So I crumbled them for another candy. And then I had some white chocolate. Look. I had some white chocolate. So I crumbled the cookie crumbs and the white chocolate, and then I made a candy bar for you. Yes, I did. Okay, I have another candy bar, but you have to wait, and you will see that one after you watch a video with me. Okay, excuse me. Cookie crumbs. Okay, I want you to enjoy this video. And I do want to highlight that the video that's coming up, I hope you guys are having a good time with me, the men quilters, because this video is kind of like eye candy, okay? And it's talking about fashion, but what I want to highlight is that they talk about not being afraid of colors. So that's why I want to enjoy this video with you, and sit back and relax, and don't criticize me and say, XOXO, that's fashion. It is fashion, but I tried to find a video that spoke about the color wheel, but they were like all boring. And this one here is kind of fun. So we're going to watch it together. And if you don't like it, then eat a piece of chocolate covered caramels, and then that will keep you occupied. Okay, 1 minute.
How you speak without saying a word. Today we're breaking down how to mix and match colors like a true fashion magician. Ready to turn your closet into a masterpiece? Let's go. Step into the color wheel, but let's ditch the boring basics. Instead of blue and orange, think electric blue paired with burnt sienna. It's bold, it's unexpected, and it screams confidence. Why stick to the rules when you can rewrite them? Now let's talk power gradients. Forget safe combos. Layer shades of one color to create a gradient effect. Imagine this. Deep emerald, soft sage, and a touch of mint green. It's like wearing a sunset, but cooler. Next, let's play with texture meets tone. Take two completely different colors like magenta and charcoal and pair them with contrasting textures. Velvet magenta with a sleek leather charcoal jacket, that's not just an outfit, it's a statement. For the truly daring, dive into clashing patterns. Think a neon plaid with a pastel floral. Sounds wild, right? But when you match the base tones of each pattern, you've got chaos with control. And that's where the magic happens. Feeling shy? Try the 3-second pop trick. Scan your outfit, count to 3, and add one color that feels totally wrong. Neon yellow socks with an all-black fit, instant streetwear chic. Here's the kicker. Forget what's trending. Fashion is a vibe, not a rulebook. Experiment, clash, create. Because the most unforgettable outfits come from the fearless. Now go raid your closet, pull out those wild combos, and start making magic. Your wardrobe...
I hope you enjoyed that. And yes, it was like out of the ordinary, but the point is, if you just can relax and take in the video and appreciate the highlights that she was talking about, how you can mix the colors, especially don't be afraid to mix prints together, okay? And make your quilt come alive. Yes, so that's what that was about, and I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, some more of my creativity. Okay, so let me see what else I have for you. Oh, I know. I'm going to show you my second candy bar. Okay, now this one here, can you see it? It has caramel. What I did was I took the caramels. Look at that. I took the caramels and I covered them. I mixed the caramels and the pecans together and I made a candy bar for you. Earlier I mentioned to you about Amish people. And soon, I'll wait until the next time that I'm doing a show for men because we're talking about Amish. I have a recipe for Amish caramels. And I would strongly suggest that you try them and make a candy bar with, make the caramel first, then add the pecans, and add your favorite chocolate, milk chocolate, or dark chocolate, or white chocolate. And it doesn't matter if you use Hershey's, or if you like, you can use some Ghirardelli's. And there's even more that you can use, okay? There's a lot of private companies now. Okay, excuse me for a second. I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm going to finish up today with talking about how to make your quilt cozy on the back. So I did show you those beautiful brown tones. And I just have a little piece of this, but I think you'll like it. Look at this here. Now, wouldn't that be nice on the back of a quilt? Especially if you use those brown tones, which I'm trying to, you could use brown tones, okay? But this is kind of wild and crazy. Look at it. And it's so cozy. So what I was thinking about with this, you could take some of this black Now this is on the back of your quilt, okay? Because I know that many people like to use 108 by 108 that you can order from me for their back, and sometimes it's fun if you do a design on the back of your quilt. So for instance, if you use this brown here, and then trim this brown and this black. Woo-hoo-hoo! That will be one spectacular looking quilt, let me tell you. Okay, I'm kind of like, I'm making a mess here today. I hope you don't care, because I don't. All I care about is quilts, chocolate, watercolors, giggling, laughing, having a good time, and convincing you to buy one of my ugly beauty chocolate boxes. Yes. Now, can you see all that? I'm going to make sure you could see it. Here it comes. I hope I'll drop it. Now you have to admit, oh, XOXO, you little rascal, that is kind of a good combination. From this little tiny bit of sparkly, sparkly, you always want to, like, you know, like when you're having dinner and you just need like a tiny bit of salt, not very much, nothing will hurt your heart, or a little bit of pepper, or like a little bit of red pepper, not very much, because you don't want to offend your mouth. And that's the way this is. You want to add a little bit of this somewhere in your quilt, either on the front or on the back. Okay, and then look at that. Nice. Type nice in the chat. Nice, Nice. And then this here, you could type beauty or UGLY about this. Okay. What are you going to type in there? NICE? I knew you was. And then this one. This is just kind of nice because it's kind of conservative. Conservative is good. Guys, did I do okay today? I did. I tried. I tried to bring you a really nice, ugly beauty chocolate fabric box. But at the same time, I'm trying to highlight to you, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get away from the traditional, okay? Don't be afraid. Go ahead. Use like some blues and cranberries and purples. And, you know, guys now are wearing pink bow ties and ties. Don't be afraid to put a little pop. Oh yeah, that's what the fashion industry say. Don't be afraid to put a little pop in your quilt. Yes. And on the back, okay, you're going to find out one thing about me, is that sometimes, and I know you want this. If you want me to put that beige in the box, I'll stick it in there for you. But one thing about me is that I'm pushy about my chocolates, okay? And that's why every show I'm talking about making a 5 to 10 minute chocolate candy bar. But I'm also pushy about cozy because it feels so good. It feels so good on the back of your quilt. So that's the reason why I'm always pushing cozy. And I hope that you kind of change up your quilting style and get away from the traditional. I mean, but if that's where your heart is, that's where your heart is. And maybe you can start considering more contemporary quilting and piecing. And keep in mind that a lot of the contemporary has a lot of open space on it. Okay? And I know that you don't have a lot of time on your hand unless you're retired. But go on the internet, because we all do, and type in contemporary quilts. And it's going to, I think you might want to give it a try. And if you decide to give it a try, then say, XOXO, can you put an ugly beauty chocolate fabric box for me together, because I want to try a contemporary quilt. And if you like, I can add a beautiful piece of black, tone on tone, some type of black, so you could add some black to your quilt, because it's something about black, it just makes everything stand out. Okay, so oh, did you notice on my chocolate tray it said XOXO? Before I say goodbye, I just want to highlight that. I want to highlight that. Okay, see, it says XOXO. Did you see it? Right there? XOXO. Yes, hugs to you. Hugs to all the guys. And if there's any girls, I hope you enjoyed the show. And I will see everyone. Let's see. Sundays is for memorial quilts, burial quilts, history of quilts. Monday, homeschoolers. Yes, I love the homeschoolers. And Wednesday, women that quilt. And of course, Friday. And I hope that you guys, when I say guys, I mean men, young men, gentlemen. I hope you try some more colors. Yes. But if not, then just follow your heart. Because if you follow your heart, you will always be happy. I follow my heart, and you could tell, can't you? You probably say, XOXO, your heart is made out of chocolate. Bye!